parents can implement within the household with their kids in order to ensure that stress levels are kept down, that their child's mental state is in a good place, especially in preparation for these exams?
I think firstly, it's really important to understand that there are no hard and fast rules, and I think that as parents, each of us would understand how our child behaves and what they respond positively to.
Yeah.
So I think we can take these as like guidelines as opposed to like rules that we should follow. And I think the first thing is to really listen to your child and understand where their emotional well-being is at. So if they're speaking to you, what we were speaking about earlier, if they're speaking to you about having stress, anxiety, listen to them, have open and honest conversations, because I think that forms the foundation.
Yeah, so questions like, you know, how are you feeling today? What's stressing you out? And why are you stressed about this particular thing?
Exactly.
Why is it making you feel that?
Yes, those are great questions because it helps them think through the process and maybe...
Open-ended.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so that's one way of doing it.
I think the next is to also ensure that in the home itself, that we're actually creating a supportive environment for your child to be able to do well. So whether it comes to routine, so setting a routine, everybody knowing what the routine is, understanding perhaps that maybe this week they can't do the chores that they usually do, another week, all of that kind of stuff. So I think it's also important to pay attention to that because that can also impact a child's mental well-being and where their head is at.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and then I think also what's really important is to set realistic expectations with our children, because oftentimes as parents we have really high hopes for our children to do well during the matric exams, but ultimately it could go either way. So it's important to understand what's my child's performance. If they were getting 50s leading up to the matric exams, I can't expect them to walk away with a 90 and then be disappointed. So I think it's to actually have that honest conversation with your child to say, what do you want to do after matric? What kind of results do you need to get? And then how do we build you up to where you need to be? It's difficult.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that there might be a little bit of a danger in that, let's say, for instance, in that scenario where your child was achieving 50s all throughout the year. You don't want to kind of create the expectation that it's okay to get 50.
But now listen, you wouldn't address that when it's the matric finals. That's something that you're addressing throughout the year, right? So if you're thinking about, listen, let's say your child wants to go into like BSc, like as a qualification, and we know that maybe you have to get like good grades to get into that. So then you have to say, look, first term you got 40s, you got 50s. This is not really going to get you into university or whatever it is that you want to do.
Talking about it then
exactly, because once you speak about it at the 11th hour, that's going to create a lot of anxiety for your child, because for them it's going to be, am I going to be able to do this? I'm going to disappoint my parents if I don't meet this standard. And I think what then becomes critical is to explore what alternative options are out there for you after university, because that can also reduce a lot of stress. And I think that then leads to the next strategy, is learning how to manage that stress when it does arise. Because I think for a lot of young children at that particular moment, maybe they haven't dealt with this level of pressure before, where they know that everybody's looking at how their performance is going to turn out, their teachers, their family.
The community.
So, exactly. And we know that stress, you can either have positive stress, which, you know, pushes you to go, and that's a good thing. But then you also do have that inverse relationship where once you have too much stress, it actually can paralyze you. So it's actually learning how to manage and deal with that stress.
You also spoke about creating healthy sleep habits.
And eating habits,
and eating habits as well. That is so important. Drink water.
Absolutely.
Drink water.
I mean, it was a heat wave in Gauteng yesterday.
So the dam levels as well.
Exactly. So I think it's really important, and something that we don't think about a lot of times. We don't think about what we consume and how much we sleep, how that can actually impact our performance. So if you are writing exams, you can't, like, should you really be pulling an all-nighter? Is that really going to improve your productivity?
Never a good idea.
Never really good. I always say rather actually sleep, because being awake and fully functional is probably going to be way better for you than having only had 2 hours of sleep, right? And that just goes to planning and preparation as well. But also then eating healthy, ensuring that you're maintaining a good, balanced diet will also contribute to keeping up your energy, ensuring that you can pay attention and that you're not feeling lethargic.
Wow. All right, so I think with tips like that, you are certainly well equipped as parents to help your children have a smooth journey going into their matric final exams. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And of course, we can link up with you at www.sacap.edu.za.
That's correct.
You say SACAP?
SACAP.
SACAP. That would have been 0 points for that question in the exam for me, but I'll take that. www.sacap.edu.za.
Sasco, baking together since 1930. Teresa's back and she's brought the fam. We are making some pizza this morning, the perfect, well-rounded breakfast. And of course, we've got James towering above his sister, Maggie. Margaret, welcome as well. Teresa, welcome, man.
Thank you.
You've got a cute clan.
Oh,
hey?
hey.
Was it tough getting the family up this early?
A little bit. I feel a little bit of mom guilt, but hopefully the pizza will make up for it.
We'll balance that right out. Morning, guys. Welcome to you. Beautiful, beautiful kids as well. So good to have you here. What you making us this morning, Teresa?
We are making a super, super easy 2-ingredient pizza dough, which is, I mean, it couldn't be easier.
Courtesy of our Sasco self-raising wheat flour.
That's
really
right.
is easy. Great fun, interactive way that you can have a little bit of fun with your kids as well. I'm a traditionalist when it comes to my pizza, so I don't want something that's kind of pushing the boats out too far. You want the traditional flavors
Absolutely.
to come through.
Yeah.
So where do we start? Because this does seem like, I'll admit, quite a daunting thing. Not child's play by any stretch of the imagination.
No, super easy. So I'm going to start with a tomato sauce.
Okay.
We'll do that and then we'll get onto the dough. So what I've got here is some olive oil.
Okay.
And we're going to add some garlic
And
as our base.
I have to say, Maggie's like all about that business, eh? The arms are folded.
yes.
She is judging you right now. So don't let the family down.
She's pretty
all right?
good in the kitchen, so I've got some
I wonder
competition
where
there.
she gets that from. Yeah.
Right, so we've fried off a bit of garlic. We're going to add some tomatoes.
Okay.
Then we're going to add some herbs.
So this is quite nice. You're not just buying your tomato sauce. You're actually making it so you know exactly what's gone in there.
That's it. I mean, if you're in a hurry, you could use a pasta sauce or something like that, but this is honestly so quick and easy. Bit of salt and pepper, and then a little bit of brown sugar, just to offset
And it's
the
such an important
sharpness.
part. Like, don't underdo it. Don't underplay the tomato sauce on your pizza.
It can
honestly.
really make or break it.
But this is it. You don't want it dry. You want, yes, crispy bits of crust, but you need an abundance of the
flavour.
tomato flavor, yeah.
Yes. Right, so all in the pot, very, very easy, and let that simmer for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
It'll thicken, and
Down.
that is literally it.
All right,
So-
Maggie, has she done it right? She good?
Is that okay?
Huh?
Smells good?
So far, so good. Thank you.
Right, shall we get onto the dough?
Let's do it.
Okay, so we're using
James
our
demands it.
Sasco self-raising flour.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm stretching over you.
Come on.
You guys going to help me mix? Okay, so we're going to add our flour. And then, as I said, just 2 ingredients. And we're going to be adding some yogurt.
Oh, nice.
It's unusual, but it really adds a beautiful flavor. It adds to the softness of the dough. So we're going to put that in.
It's going to give it kind of a sourdoughy vibe, which is all the rage.
Totally. Right, do you guys want to mix?
Napolitano.
Are you
Okay.
brave enough?
Can you do it?
Okay.
I'd be
wanna
nervous.
try?
I'd be too nervous.
Okay,
Well done.
just do it gently, yeah.
Okay,
there
just
we
watch
go.
it closely, James, because it's a tough
It's going to be
job.
yum, hey?
Yeah, I'm scared the flour's gonna explode.
Me too. that's the first thing.
Always happens.
Luckily, it's not self-exploding flour, it's self-raising flour, thankfully. Oh, it was a close one. You're doing a good job, Mags.
So you're
well
going to mix
done.
that until it comes together and then knead it for a couple of minutes till it's nice and soft. Unlike a yeast dough, you don't need to wait for it to rise or anything like that. It's ready to use
That's the joy
straight away.
of having the self-raising.
And we've got a ready-made dough there.
There is our beautiful little... Eh?
You want to roll that for us? Are you
Let's give it a go.
You're gonna do
Can we
that?
put a little bit of flour out?
That's the surface. Good job, Max. Do you need a hand there?
Haha.
Yeah.
See.
Doing well.
All right.
So yeah, dust your surface with a bit of flour, and then time to roll. I can see it's a lovely soft dough. It's also a very versatile dough. You can make bread rolls out of it, breadsticks, bagels.
I like the look of our donuts.
It's
Hey, should we have
Breakfast.
donuts for breakfast, guys?
Sounds
We have
good.
donuts on pizza for breakfast.
What do you think?
I'm gonna do it.
You want to mix? There you go.
She's doing such a good job. How big are we going to
There
make
we
our
go.
pizza?
And also you roll one big pizza, you can make mini pizzas, you can use cookie cutters to cut out shapes. There's a lot you can do with it.
Trying not to
You're
stick
winning
too
there.
much. I think
Yeah, it's a
so.
bit stiff.
Hey, I think you're doing a better job than me. Well done. Okay. James, you're going to help us put these toppings on, hey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, should we do the toppings now?
Okay, I'm going to... How's that? I'm going to
Alright.
call that. Perfect.
Lovely. And you can obviously go as thick as you want, so you can go thin and crispy as well.
What do you think? Thick base, thin base, medium base? Hey? Thick
What do you
base.
like?
I think so. I think we're on to a winner.
All right.
All right, so what is next?
We're going to
Okay.
get our tomato base on.
So I'm going to put
So
a bit of
a
that.
couple of spoons, smooth it out.
Yummy.
delicious.
Hey?
Are you going to do some cheese for us, James? You want to?
Yeah. Cheese master. A little song in my house when the
Yum.
cheese comes out. Cheese master, cheese master.
Cheese is always a hit.
How's that?
And then once you've popped everything on, put it in the oven about 200 degrees for 15 minutes.
All right, there we go, buddy.
There you
You
go.
help me with some
Do some
cheese.
cheese.
Throw the cheese on
wanna do
that master cheese.
Salami.
Then you're going to do
Your
some.
favorite.
There we go. Grab those.
That's usually Maggie's job in the kitchen, is to slice the mushrooms.
It's just like, that's quite a big grown-up job. That's a
Yeah.
very, very big important job. The keyword here is Sasco to 33728. SMS that, and we'll send you a full ingredients list. And you've opted for some salami. You guys are doing a great, great job.
Yeah.
Well, we've fit the final touches. Last few little bits of cheese and delicious. The guys, this is starting to look like a real pizza.
It's
We've
really
done this.
looking
This was
amazing.
us. We did this. You can take a look at how we arrived at our final product here. Again, the keyword is Sasco to 33728. Good job. Well done. And look at that. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to give that to you, Teresa.
Okay.
Great job. Let's get the last of our little cheese here. James, you've done an amazing job here. Well done, guys. I think this looks amazing.
Salami on.
Yes, we can, because it's our pizza. It's our pizza. We can do with it what we want. We're not going to be shy with the cheese as well. And the best part, get to taste
Get to
our
taste,
pizza. So we're going
yes.
to put a couple of big slices. One there, one there. Do you want to put a slice on? There we go. You do one.
Who
Boom.
wants to taste?
All right, you guys have earned it. James, thank you
there
so
we
much.
go.
I know this is an early start, buddy, but you get your reward, a slice of pizza. Do you want some? I think I would like a little taste of that. It looks absolutely amazing. The keyword again is Sasco to 33728. And you too could be creating your own amazing, very Italian homemade pizza.
Delicious.
Yummy!
Oh. There we go.
You could have just used your hands, man. All right, guys, cheers. Okay, you got to cheers your
Cheers.
pizza slice. You got to cheers it. Ching, ching,
Well
ching,
done.
ching, 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 ching. Yeah, it's like a pizza fight. Cheers. Let's see how these taste.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Well done.
You've got to give the verdict, James. Come on, man.
What do you think?
Yum.
Good.
Yeah. Hey.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Awesome.
Boom. Thumbs up. The keyword again, Sasco to 33728. Well done, guys. Yummy.
Sasco, baking together since 1930.
All right, listen, things are getting very interesting in our W Beauty room. Of course, Patty Monroe is in the studio, and we've got the wonderfully talented Rishana Isaacs also here, who'll be giving us a beauty masterclass a la Sir John style. On you, girl. We're going to be doing all of this on all of you. Okay, so stay tuned for that, and we'll see you after the break on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, on SABC3. Just before the break, I told you the lady is here, the lady of the hour, Patty Monroe. And of course, Rashana Isaacs is here to help us with our beauty tips for the day. So it's time for us to shift into the inspiring world of beauty and glamour on this morning's show. And it's never too early to get your glam game on, ladies. And with the recent launch of the W Beauty Sir John Volume 2 makeup collection hitting Woolworths stores nationwide, it's no wonder everybody is lining up for their very own piece of show-stopping celeb-style makeup.